Hello and welcome into a jam-packed arena here in Chicago, Illinois. Welcome into MVW Wrestling. My name is JJ, your maitre d' for this evening, along with my co-host, my partner in crime, Tom Show. Tom, how you doing today?
I am bouncing off the walls with excitement, JJ. We have 8 of the top wrestlers from around the world that have an incredible opportunity at what hopes to be an exciting ladder match tonight. I'm excited.
Well, first off, I want to thank everyone out there for joining us today, afternoon, evening, wherever you are watching us on the home of MVW Wrestling, MVP Entertainment. As Tom said, we have a jam-packed ladder match for you tonight. 8 of the best wrestlers all around the world vying for the prize of MVW, the coveted MVW Championship. And before we get into everything, I thank you guys for coming in, starting this journey with us here at MVW. But also, we got to thank our broadcast partners first off to start the show. Thank you to MVP Entertainment for being gracious enough to give us a home. We came to MVP. They were all willing to give us a home right here on their YouTube channel. So I want to thank them. But Tom, without getting too thick in the weeds, it looks like we are ready to meet our combatants for today's ladder match.
Ooh, I can't wait. Oh my.
The following contest is an 8-man ladder match and is for the World Championship. Making his way to the ring from Kampala, Uganda, weighing in at 450 pounds, the Gentle Giant, the Superstar.
Well, and Tom, Don the Giant, our first competitor today, and just by looking at him, Tom, he's got to be the odds-on favorite today. Just by the massive size, standing near 7 feet tall, it's going to be a hard task for the competitors against Don to take him down in this ladder match.
Well, like you said, JJ, odds-on favorite. That's definitely who I got my money on. Look at that hair. Is it made out of metal?
I don't know what it's made of. He's decked out in his chains and his it's weird. I told him earlier, it's weird. From Uganda, has a Scottish kilt on, but you know, you don't want to go against the Don with how intimidating he can be in the ring.
I wouldn't imagine so. Oh my word. He's quite flamboyant. Well, at least he's humble.
From Chicago, Illinois, weighing in at 242 pounds, Dave.
And Tom, one of the things is, as you said, a very humble individual here is Dave, but we mentioned it pre-show. You might not know many things about these wrestlers. We are also brand new to these wrestlers, as all 8 of them got an invite from the owner himself of MVW to be in this match today, to be the kind of core foundation of what MVW wrestling will be built upon. So it's going to be a very great day to kind of get to know these guys and each of their wrestling styles.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Are you even allowed to drive that thing in here?
And from Chicago, Illinois, weighing in at 340 pounds, the immovable object, Ricky.
Well, you know, I hope he knows how to work that thing, Tom, because first time we've ever seen a bike in the ring. But you know, Ricky, one of the few who I did get to talk to before the match, and he's one of those lifelong fans of wrestling. Tom absolutely loves wrestling and is just happy to be here in MVW.
Do we have to blur those shirts, JJ? Are we allowed to show this on TV?
You know, I'm not gonna say who those shirts are from, but you know, I guess that's up to MVP Entertainment if they're gonna blur it or not. I mean, some competitors, I feel, would blur their competition shirts, but you know, I guess it's up to the owner and MVP Entertainment.
He looks like he's ready to fight.
You know, he's not as tall as the Giant, but I think he's got more pounds on him.
Who's this fella?
And from Brisbane, Australia, weighing in at 275 pounds, Gary Rude.
Well, Tom, one of the things, like I said, yesterday got time to spend with some of these competitors, and Garrett Rude, interesting backstory, is actually blind and was blinded in a wreck where he was trying to save a little boy from a wallaby attack, and the wallaby clawed out his eyes.
Oh, this kid looks fun.
And from Illinois, weighing in at 166 pounds, Mark the Webmaster.
Well, Tom, you mentioned it. Mark is a fun-loving guy, as you can see. Kind of the same kind of attitude as Ricky. He's just really happy to be here. And one thing that is unique, if you've ever watched a Mark Webber match, is can be a little bit of a high flyer and loves a little bit of the Hurricane Rana.
Well, I'll be excited to see that. It looks like we got a good mixture of different types of wrestling techniques.
We definitely do, Tom. I am very excited. These entrances, love the entrances, but you know, can't wait to get to this match.
From West Hollywood, California, weighing in at 225 pounds, Byron Beefcake.
Well, and Tom, Byron here, got to speak to him one-on-one yesterday, and he told me one thing, Tom. He said to put your money on him. At some point, he is going to be a champion here in MVW. He's calling his shot, basically. Babe Ruth in it.
Oh my.
And from Ann Arbor, Michigan, weighing in at 219 pounds, the King.
Well, and Tom, King Shrimpy, interesting backstory for him as, Tom, do you want to know why they call him King Shrimpy?
Certainly not his height.
Definitely not his height, but it might be his height in other areas of them. I'm trying to keep it a little PG for the kiddos out there, but he's lacking in a certain department and wears a mask because, in his words, kids cover your ears, does not want to catch big dick from anybody.
I don't know why you'd ever be afraid of that, but oh, we've got another masked individual.
And from Lake Forest, Illinois, weighing in at 215 pounds, the Falcon, Tim Shaw.
And our last competitor, I believe last competitor for today, if my math is correct, has a little bit of a luchador background. Tom, as he's wrestled all over the world, but has primarily spent his time in Mexico perfecting his luchador style, and that's why he wears the mask that you see today, the traditional luchador style.
I've seen clips of this guy on the internet. What he can do is incredible.
And each one of these wrestlers planning to bring that here to MVW today with the one prize of being champion.
Ring the bell already.
And Tom, we are off as it looks like we've got everyone's kind of paired up here as Byron Beefcake really giving it to Ricky in the corner before. Ooh! Little Hurricane Rana enthused move there on Dave. Those two starting some beef as Dave puts him in the corner. Everyone else is on the outside of the ring where you don't want to be if you want to win this championship.
JJ, there are bodies spilled all over this place. This is chaos.
And outside the ring, Don and Gary Rude going at it as King Shrimpy goes back into the ring. Kind of does the old switcheroo up on Ricky. It's going to be King Shrimpy who's the first one to grab a ladder and infuse that into this match. Remember, you win the match by climbing the ladder and grabbing the title that's at the top, hanging above our ring today.
Wonder who's going to be the first one to set up the ladder and go for it. Looks like Shrimpy's going to go for it. He might be trying to end this right now.
Ricky on Beefcake giving us the vertical suplex. Look at that strength to hold it up, but, I mean, you're focusing on a suplex. We got Don and King up there on top as Don the Giant throws him off. Don has that title. Can he get the title off? And no, he can, as it looks like that might be El Hakon trying to get him down, and he does as Don the Giant falls on three people, and then the ladder gets knocked down. It is mass chaos.
You see the athleticism of Byron there?
Doing the little slippy do, but hey, I'll be honest, if it was me, my MO would be to get that ladder and get to the top to win the title. I would kind of not be doing all these extracurriculars that we see today. Is Mark hitting Dave in the middle of the ring with a strong kick, and then giving a little suplex to King Shrimpy. Now we got Gary Rude's got Dave over the shoulder, and gives him a little bit of a kind of driving elbow down before kicking him in the chest, trying to keep him down for the count. And I'll tell you, Tom, right now, King Shrimpy looks like the only one with championship on the mind, because every time the ladder has gone out of the ring, he's been the one to bring it into the ring.
That's some supreme knowledge that he's got there. It's the only way to win this match is to get atop that ladder and bring down that title.
And
seems to be the only one with his eyes on the prize.
Didn't mean to cut you off. Dave hitting the big DDT onto Gary Rude, but it didn't seem to affect Gary much as he's put up that ladder, and it looks like he's going to try to climb to the top, but Mark's going to meet him there. Gary Rude giving him the 1-2, though. Gary Rude falls, and the Giant beating the crap out of Timoteo on the outside.
Go back to Mexico.
King Shrimpy now, he's got the hands on the title. Can he get it? Looks like he's having some success. Dave and Gary Rude don't even notice him. How are you not contesting him?
I'll tell you, we're going to have our championship a lot sooner than I thought we were going to.
Right now, looks like King Shrimpy having all the success in the world, but Don the Giant looking to push Dave and King Shrimpy off, and it's Byron Beefcake that gets that nod, knocking everyone out of the ring.
So let me get this straight, JJ.
Go ahead.
That man in there is blind?
Now, Gary Rude, I was talking to him yesterday. He is actually blind. Was blinded in a wallaby attack where he was trying to save the life and did of a young child. As Ricky hitting Dave with the stunner. The wallaby did attack his eyes, clawed them out. He does not have eyes at all. They had to surgically remove his eyes in order to save his life.
It makes his performance here tonight all the more impressive.
I don't know how he does it without eyeballs in those sockets. As Don the Giant hitting a power bomb on the Beefcake.
I don't know how you get up for a power bomb like that.
It doesn't look like it. As Byron Beefcake looks like he's down for the count. El Hakan, he's standing on top and he's falling down. Why do you gotta go to the top?
Risk.
Don't have to go to the
risk,
top.
JJ.
That's Ricky's setting up for his patented move, folks. This is 1-0. We're not going to get to see it today. Is a little blockage there, but everyone now in the ring. Some people now going outside. And Tom, I'll ask you, if you were in this competition, what would be the point of being outside the ring? You can't win the title if you're not in the ring.
Well, there is some strategy to it, JJ. If you can incapacitate your guy outside the ring, there's less of a chance he can interrupt you once you get in there. But that's more of a strategy for a one-on-one match.
I hear that. It's just with me, I'd be wanting to be in that ring, getting the ladder, and getting to the top as Mark is right now. Mark gets his hands on the title. Will he have any success? And no, Dave is going to try to stop him, and he hits him with what looked like an RKO. I don't know if that was a true RKO, but then Don the Giant beating him up.
You got a submission hold again that makes no sense in this match. Unless you're just trying to incapacitate the legs of your opponent.
Unless you're trying to beat up those muscles, make it weaker for those opponents of yours to climb. But Shrimpy gets up there nice and quick before Gary Rude pulls him down. Has that sixth sense about him, knowing that he's on the ladder. As Ricky now is picking up a ladder as we got what looks like it was Tim, Rude, and Shrimpy all fighting in the corner. Big boy gonna try to go to the top. He's walking gingerly up to that top rung. Gets his hands on the title. Ooh, King Shrimpy.
Shrimpy's hit him in the back.
Shrimpy's there quick, but Gary Rude there to interrupt things. Ricky trying to get the title. And Gary Rude hitting him with the wallaby claws on the outside ring ropes. Before I think it was El Timoteo getting Ricky off the top of that ladder, and now Rude is all in there alone.
Climb!
Dave and King Shrimpy getting in there quick, though. I don't know.
The opportunity he had. They had to put an end to that.
I don't know how you don't get there, why you don't just climb that ladder right away. Oh, Dave fighting in the corner, 2v1 before King Shrimpy's going to put him over his shoulder and kind of hit that neck on the ropes. Don the Giant kind of ragdolling Gary Rude, Beefcake throwing Timoteo out of the ring. And Don the Giant looking to get that ladder, kind of ignoring Byron Beefcake there for a second, but then Gary Rude gets back in. King Shrimpy and Dave still fighting out in the corner. Mark trying to find somebody to tussle with. He's going to try to go after the Giant. Looks like everyone...
I'm telling you, JG, I don't know if I've ever seen anybody as big as this Giant guy. He's almost as tall as the ladder itself.
He is going to be a force to be reckoned with here in MVW. As I was going to say, it looked like El Hakon was the only one not in the ring, but now King Shrimpy out, Ricky's out. That might be the big MO of most of these guys. Get your opponents outside the ring, incapacitated, so that you can climb that ladder and claim the gold today.
A lot of different strategies coming into this match. I wonder if any of these guys have ever faced each other professionally before.
And Gary Rude hitting Don the Giant with an elbow, then hitting him while he's down with the leg kick. Just trying to rough up the Giant, because you're not going to be able to just pick him up and throw him over your shoulder like most of the guys in this match. Now King Shrimpy going mano-a-mano with Gary Rude, and Don the Giant says, fine, you guys focus on that. I'm going to go ahead and set up this ladder, but he didn't. I don't know why he didn't, as the Gary Rude hits him with the modified DDT.
Did you see his head hit the corner of that ladder?
You know, that is one thing that I would not want to do, is be on the wrong end of those ladders. Either someone hitting you with it or you hitting it as you fall.
I'll tell you, JJ, I'll be shocked if he doesn't come up with a bloody forehead.
Now Mark and King Shrimpy top of the ladder, as we got a host of competitors outside the ring right now. Dave coming in. It looked like King Shrimpy gave a suplex to Mark off the top of the ladder. Mark ain't moving, Tom.
Oh, and there goes Dave's.
Dave Byron's down. Don the Giant beating up what looks like Gary Rude on the outside. King Shrimpy climbing to the top. Byron Beefcake, though, is going to make sure he does not get his hands on that title. Remember, Byron told me, Tom, that he was going to be champion here in MVW.
He didn't tell you when.
Dave at the top of the ladder. Don the Giant looking to push it. And Gary Rude breaks that, but Byron Beefcake yet again, and we got Dave hanging.
He's hanging on.
What tremendous upper body strength. Oh, he falls to the ring below, but you got to admire the upper body strength, Tom.
He was holding on with everything he had.
As Don the Giant and Beefcake outside, Ricky finally standing up on the outside. Looks like he's going to get a second ladder. Oh, and now he drops it. Didn't want that ladder. Plan. Ricky trying to tussle with someone, gets El Hakon. And El Hakon gets out of it before Ricky picks him back up. And oh no, El Hakon gets him with a little neck breaker.
That's what you can't learn from just being a fan.
And Byron Beefcake with, that is his signature move, Tom. Gonna have to get a name on what that little flip power bomb is called, or what Byron calls it. As we've got 5 competitors, now 4 as the Giant walks out of the ring. Is El Hakon going to use the ladder as a weapon, though, or is he actually going to climb it? Doesn't look like he was looking to climb.
He was looking to get a little revenge on Ricky there. Knocked him a few times with that ladder.
Gary Rude yet again all alone. Can he get the ladder and climb to the top?
This is your opportunity, Gary. He's setting it up.
Oh, El Hakon got up quick, though. As King Shrimpy has Dave in a shrimp block.
Oh, what a painful looking submission. But again, submissions in this type of match are virtually useless.
I mean, unless you're, like you said, trying to weaken a leg or maybe have your opponent get knocked out from lack of air to the head. But you know, or lack of blood flow, I should say. But you're right. You're not going to get a tap in a match like this.
Mark's entering the ring.
Ooh, Mark with a little, that Hurricane Rana inspired move that I talked about, that both him and Byron have in their repertoire.
Another knee strike from Ricky.
Ricky, one of the brawlers in this match. He's not going to hit you with the big moves. He's going to mainly hit you with the punches and then try to hit you with, he's got the Stone Cold Stunner and stuff like that in his repertoire. His big man looking to climb.
He's going up.
His hand on the title. King Shrimpy looking to make it hard before Dave gets in the way.
I don't think he's strong enough to push the ladder.
Oh my God, the big guy's hanging.
Again. The big man's hanging. He's going to rip down the roof.
Oh man, that title better be up there strong because that's a lot of poundage on that title. Oh, he falls. Let's hope he didn't break a tailbone.
I'm pretty sure I felt that fall.
Oh, the arena shook a little bit, Tom. I'll tell you that.
A lot of bodies in the ring, a lot of bodies out the ring.
Ricky and Don the Giant, probably the only two that could probably shake the arena from a fall from the championship, hanging above the MVW ring. Dave with the ladder. Oh, hits Byron, hits El Hakan. Setting up that ladder, but ooh, he's going to go right after El Hakan, Timoteo, the luchador. Now it's an all-out brawl in that ring, Tom, as we have now five competitors going at it.
There goes Hakan.
Don the Giant with Gary Roode over his shoulder. Ooh, hits that neck right on the ropes. And oh, DDT from Mark to Byron Beefcake on the outside.
Ricky versus Shrimpy here.
And that's another thing, Tom, is what rivalries are gonna start today. All 8 of these guys seeing each other, like you said, some of them might have wrestled in the indies against each other, but for most of these guys, this is a brand new experience. 6 or 7 other guys that they might not have wrestled against in their past. And big power bomb. Big power bomb by Don the Giant on Ricky. He looks like he's out for the count.
I'll tell you, for being a blind man, he knows exactly what he's doing, and he's cocky about it too.
Gary Roode looking to get in and get that title, knocking Shrimpy to the outside. Looking like El Hakan and Ricky before Ricky rolls out of the ring at the feet of Dave. And Dave gonna go at Ricky's leg a little bit as El Hakan hitting down the Giant with a DDT.
We've got some action at the top of the ladder, JJ.
It is Shrimpy and Gary Roode fighting at the top of the ladder. We've got signatures throughout the entire ring, but King Shrimpy with another suplex off the top this time. It is Gary Roode who is at the treacherous end of that suplex off the top of the ladder.
This is incredible, JJ.
There is a lot of action, too much to call at one time, I will say. But man, we have had one hell of a match to start off our MVW careers. As the 2 big boys at the top of the ladder, and Dave is dragging Ricky down, costing him a shot at that title, as it looks like Don's got his hands on it. Mark is swiping at him. Now Timoteo is swiping at him.
He can't do any damage.
That is not affecting the Don as... Oh, the big boy's hanging!
Smart technique.
Gary Roode caught him on his shoulders and then slammed him into the mat. We're lucky. Ricky shook the arena. Don the Giant might have gave us like a level 5 earthquake? Size 5 earthquake?
I'm glad that we reinforced the ring before this match.
Hey, we're not going to have any ring breaking in this one. No rings broken in this match. I will assure you that, ladies and gentlemen. All out chaos yet again. Ricky on Gary Roode. Throws him over the back. Throws him right into that bottom rope. Before looking like he's going to hit him with a power bomb, and he does. Head hitting all 3 of the ropes on the way down.
Sounded like a guitar string being strummed.
Little bit. Is Dave setting up the ladder? Is he going to climb? No, Beefcake gets the best. He's going to get his hands on that title before Dave says, no, not going to happen.
Ricky?
And oh, man, it looks like an RKO, but it is not an RKO, ladies and gentlemen, from the top of that ladder by Dave. The second time he's done that move today. As now it looks like El Hakon's trying to set up the ladder. Who is going to get this title? We have had several hands touch it today. Gary Rude going to the top, but the ladder gets knocked down. Tom, I don't know if you saw. I could not see who knocked down that ladder.
I believe it was King Shrimpy, but there's just such chaos happening right now. It could have been somebody else.
And Ricky hitting the Giant with a DDT before going after Dave. Dave catching the leg, twisting Ricky. And now he's going right back after Mark. We've got a 3-on-3 going on in the middle of the ring. Ricky and Mark now fighting. First time I think they have tussled in this match.
JJ, why do they call him the Webmaster?
Well, they call him the Webmaster. First off, play on his last name, but there have been kids around the world that his high-flying style have reminded them of Spider-Man. So he has kind of taken on the nickname, the Webmaster.
Interesting. Treacherous big boot from King Shrimpy there. He might have kicked Ricky's head off.
The way Mark flies off the top rope, one of the best, as he shows off his flipping maneuver there in the middle of the ring. Like you said, Shrimpy beating the ever-living crap out of Ricky right now. Ricky's kind of taking it from both ends. King Shrimpy hit Don the Giant. And I'm looking, Tom, did that break Don the Giant open? Is he bleeding?
If it did, it's got to be a continuation of that move he took earlier where he hit his eyebrow on the ladder. It was just a matter of time before that face became bloody.
Another suplex by Byron as the Giant is climbing to the top. Byron Beefcake goes after Timoteo. Throws him out of the ring. He's going after
the bloody Giant.
He's going after the Giant.
He's going for the championship.
Giant. Did he do it? Does he have it? And he's got it.
He's got the
Don the Giant is our first champion. And ladies and gentlemen, that is going to do it for this match as Don the Giant reigns supreme as our champion. We will see you next week for the first edition, the most valuable night of the week, MVW next week. Thank you guys for everything you do. Thank you to our broadcast partners at MVP Entertainment. We will see you next week.